issa nintaqgħu ma' Sadim Pokrel li jiġi minn Nepal u miżewweġ Maltija ilu ftit jgħix Malta. I thank you very much for coming here to speak to us today, Sadim.
Thank you so much for having me here. Pleasure to have you here and pleasure to share my experience of Nepal and Nepali culture in Malta.
How long have you been here?
I've been here for almost 5 years. I came here in 2016 and I've been here ever since.
And you were telling me how much you enjoy living here.
Yes, I lived in the mountains, so my other to do things in life was live in the sea, like next to the sea. And in Malta, I managed to write off one to-do thing in my life next to the sea. So I really enjoy the weather and then the lifestyle, relaxed lifestyle.
And your wife is Maltese. How did you meet her?
It's quite a story. I was in London. I went to Nepal to volunteer after the earthquake in 2015, and I was in a school called Maya Universe in Nepal. And there I met another volunteer, first person ever from Malta, and she is my wife now.
And your wife is a legal professional, isn't she?
Yes.
How did you come here and how did you integrate with Maltese society here?
First of all, it was very easy for me because having a Maltese wife, it helped me to have a lot of local connections. Plus, I worked in a local company here, so that helped me to make a lot of local friends, local gatherings, and so on. And with some bits of an effort of learning Maltese here and there, it also helped. So I'm still integrating. It's not 100% all since I'm a foreigner, but still, it's quite comfortable for me personally.
Tell me about your family life here.
Family life is pretty much myself and my wife. Then my wife's family here. We have every now and then family gatherings, going out on a short trip as any other Maltese family to Gozo. And that's it, like festival, Christmas, Easter, like I celebrate with the family.
And what about your family in Nepal?
My family, my brother and sister, they are in Australia. Dad and mom in Nepal, and then a lot of people are spread everywhere, like US, Canada, Australia, South Africa. Yes, and then I generally go to Nepal every year. But because of this, the COVID, I have not been able to go this year, normally September, October.
There's quite a big Nepali community here in Malta.
Yes, when I came here 4 years ago, I think people told me there were around 50 people, 50 Nepalese. Now I'm sure there are more than 2,500. Yes, quite a big. Not that I know everyone, but I know quite a lot of people.
And I know you also provide a lot of support to the Nepali community. How do you do that?
I run a Facebook group, and through that I try to give as much information as possible. And a lot of people, since the understanding of English is not that good, so I get the information, news or legal orders, whatever. Although I'm not a lawyer, so I'm just translating what's in the news and things like that. And then I translate that into Nepali with the help of Google Translator, and then do my best to post the same thing both in English and Nepali, so that those who are non-Nepali in the group can also understand.
But I know you provide a lot of also personal support to Nepalese people who find some difficulty, perhaps.
Yes. This happens like almost, I receive an average of 1 message a day for a help call. Like for instance, the recent one was a Nepali guy had a brain hemorrhage in Materde, who had a surgery. So we need to bring one of his next of kin from Nepal to Malta. Trying to arrange the logistics, and I do my best what I can.
And you
with the
really
help of other community, not by
provide a
myself.
very good community service. You're an accountant by profession. Can you tell me a bit about your career, especially coming here to Malta?
I did my accounting the degree in London. I worked there from 2008 till 2015. Then I met Maltese in Nepal, and then they told me I can find job in Malta being a professional, qualified accountant. So I applied for a job. I had an interview on Skype when I was in a village, remote village, a different story. And then I was offered a job. Then I came here, and it has been like I changed jobs here, and it's been really good in terms of my career.
Yeah, so it's been a good move coming here career-wise too.
Yes, although I'm now not involved directly in the accounting profession, I'm more into IT for accountants kind of a role. But yes, it has helped me to move towards where I really wanted to be.
What message would you like to convey to the Maltese public, the audience who are watching us now, about Nepal in general?
A lot of people they do know about Nepal, not because of the word a country as Nepal, but maybe because of Mount Everest, the highest mountain, maybe because of Buddha. And people tend to think that the Nepal is like all mountains, like there is nothing. It's not like that. We've got three distinct terrain, like flat lands on the south, in the middle hills, and north Himalayas. There are like hundreds of languages spoken in the country, a population of around 30 million, different cultures, not just one, and even in terms of religion, like mix of a lot of religion. It's a democratic country, and people are really humble, I would say. I can't guarantee for everyone, but as soon as you move away from the city, you'll find more like a human aspect of the people. I think that's everywhere in the world.
Country, isn't
Yes.
it? And how do you keep your traditions alive here?
The most important thing with the tradition, I think, is the language and food. Food, I cook a lot. I was taught by my mom to cook right from my early age of like 12, 13. So I'm quite comfortable cooking and experimenting. With language, of course, when I speak to my parents or family, I speak in Nepali, and friends. I've got friends here, a lot of within the Nepali community, and when I speak in Nepali. And then some of the religious festivals that happen, and we are not in Nepal, so we try to celebrate by gathering and making food and have a small gathering, small celebrations.
Yes. You mentioned food, and we've got this lassi,
Yes.
which obviously is popular in India, and I understand in
Yes,
Nepal
yes.
also. Can you tell us a bit about this drink?
It's a yogurt drink, typically a yogurt drink, and this is by the looks of it, I haven't tasted yet, but it looks like a mango lassi, because the color of it is a mango. It could be banana, but it'll be white. It's a yogurt with some fruits flavor, and some water, and blended with ice. Basically, it's that simple. I mean, not many people would have blender, let's say, in Nepal, but you can actually just simply mix with spoon or something, and then people do serve this as a drink.
Always cold.
Always, yes, always cold.
And you were telling me it's appropriate for vegetarian people.
Yes, although it has milk element because of the yogurt, but yes, not for vegan though, but for vegetarian, yes.
Can it be adapted for a vegan diet?
Yes, I mean, now as you can see in the market, you can see vegan yogurt. So you can have vegan yogurt with mango pulp or fresh mango blended together with cinnamon and mint on the top, cashew nuts, raisins. You can have various flavor.
So adapt it
lassi,
accordingly.
Yes.
And also lactose free if you want to.
Yes, exactly. Vegan,
and
lactose free.
gluten free, also.
Yes, yeah. I mean, more you have these demands, might be more
Yes.
difficult to source the the ingredients, but yes, it is possible today.
Thank you very much. Thank you. And thank you for coming again very soon to keep updating us
Thank you so
about
much.
the community and your traditions.
You're welcome. Thank you so
Thank
much
you.
for having me here.
Sinjuri ma Sadim Pokral edha fis-suq tal-Belt Valletta u sanidu din ix-xarba li għajtula Lassi li nista' ngħidilkom hija freska.
The recipe of the food is bring from my grandmom.